Hey, this is Jason.
And this is Travis, and we're the QBs on Wheels.
Travis, it's playoff time. Well, not technically, but for a couple of teams, it's do or die this week.
Yep.
So it's practically playoff time. Week 17, there are still three teams on the outside looking in. So yeah, let's talk about it. First of all, the NFL, in their infinite wisdom, has moved all of the important games to the afternoon, to the late game at 4:25, which is kind of cool. But basically, from 1 to 4 p.m., you're going to see nothing of value, and between 4:30 and 7 p.m., you aren't going to see everything that you need to see to determine if your team gets in, because you're only going to be able to watch one game. So that kind of sucks. From a competition standpoint, I like the NFL change. From a fan standpoint, I don't. Um, so let's start in the NFC, because I'm in that boat. My Dallas Cowboys are on the outside looking in. They need to win, and they need the Eagles to lose. So I will be watching the Eagles game because I will be in the Philadelphia market. So I will be sitting there not knowing whether the Cowboys are doing well or not during the entire time. Sucks to be me. How about you, bro? What do you think? Eagles? They play the Giants. Um, Cowboys play the Redskins.
Well, first of all, let me out of my new Falcons Cup, even though they're out,
I was gonna say you got some post Christmas swag.
they are out. Honestly, I think they have a good shot. Giants are playing pretty good, man. Daniel Jones just had 5 touchdowns last week. Saquon's finally getting on a little roll here, and Washington is terrible. So I mean, it's definitely not over for Dallas fans. It's just I think Philly's going to come to play. They're going to play tough, so it's not going to be a walk in the park. But it's definitely not over. I mean, if
Yeah,
anybody has the better matchup this week, it's definitely Dallas.
yeah. It's interesting because I'm wondering if they will, without much to lose, if they will sit Daniel Jones, give Eli a kind of last hurrah. That could be interesting. Um, but as much as Washington and the Giants have both been out of it for a while, they still both would love to be the spoiler.
Oh yeah,
So I don't think that they're going to lay down.
no, they're definitely not.
Um, but if it's a blowout in the fourth quarter, the Giants aren't going to risk Saquon and Daniel Jones. They will, take the humble defeat.
Yeah,
So best I can hope for is that entering the fourth quarter, the Giants are still in the thick of it and decide that they want to ruin the Eagles' day. Um, Now, the flip side of that is if Dallas shows up this week like they showed up last week,
yeah, Washington.
Washington could beat them. Washington has beat a few tough teams, and man, the Cowboys looked just horrendous last week.
Yeah, they definitely did.
But
Not over though.
you have an official prediction? Is it going to be Eagles or Dallas in your
I'd
in the
like to,
playoffs?
if it was me playing, I would play my heart out. So I'm guessing the Eagles are going to come out and they're going to do pretty good. So I'd probably say Eagles because it's theirs to lose. But honestly, I'm not very comfortable with that. Just because the Giants are playing decent football right now.
Yeah, the Eagles will play most likely the Seahawks if they go into the playoffs. They will get a home game, even though they're only 9-7.
That's crazy.
Um, but the Seahawks know how to win pretty much anywhere in the country.
Yeah, they're good.
So it's the Battle of the Birds is going to be a tough one.
And
Yeah,
Seahawks picked
yeah,
up Lynch again.
yeah. They have Lynch again, and you can never count Russell Wilson out ever.
Yep.
All right, so let's head over to the AFC. The AFC has three teams that are still alive. And this is an interesting one because the furthest out team is the Oakland Raiders. Oakland needs a lot to happen to get in. They have to win, and they have to have the Steelers and the Titans lose. Normally, I'd say about a 3% chance. But the interesting thing is Pittsburgh is playing Baltimore. And Baltimore has no reason to put um, their starters in because they have it lined up. However, they're division rivals.
And
They
RG
would love to send Pittsburgh home, and they're very capable of doing it. So the other game is Tennessee versus Houston. Houston still has some skin in the game in terms of where they will be seated. They've already clinched the playoff berth. Um, but Tennessee is the underdog in that game. Depends on again. I think we're going to come down to late in the third quarter. Is there a buffer there for one team or the other? And if so, then will Houston get playoff ready? Um, so Oakland is their 3% is now more like 6%. Yeah, they still need a lot of help, but it's possible. What do you think?
I don't know, man. I think if Derrick Henry um, is back and he's at more than 80%, I think Tennessee's got it. They've been playing really good football. Last week they lost, but Derrick Henry's out, so Ryan Tannehill really didn't have like a backup to hand the ball to, so and block for him. So I think if Derrick Henry is out there and Houston's already know they made the playoffs, so they might not play as hard.
Mm-hmm.
Tennessee's got it if Derrick Henry's back and he's pretty healthy.
Now, let me ask you this. There's a difference, and I think you hit it right on the head, between a team that sits their starters and a team whose starters sit themselves, where they don't go out and they don't play 100% because they can't risk injury. Now, I'd like to think that that doesn't happen. I'd like to think that every player on both sides of the ball is showing up to be the pro they are on Sunday. But we know that that doesn't happen. Quarterbacks slide a little sooner. Linemen are a little less likely to, uh, hustle after the play. I don't know, what do you think? You think that the motivation for Houston is about I want to play in the playoffs, so I don't want to get hurt this week?
Yeah, probably. And to be honest with you, I'd probably, if I was the coach, I'd probably sit him because I mean, you got DeAndre Hopkins, you got Deshaun Watson. I mean, you got some pretty good players on defense. You got
Mm.
Carlos Hyde's been playing good. I'd sit him, man. I mean, you're already in. Yeah, I don't really. Even if they do win, I think they only can get third seed, if that. So I'd sit.
Mm-hmm.
I'd sit them. You're already going to get a first round playoff game, so I'd sit them. But in terms of what you said, yeah, I guarantee you people are probably like, well, we're already in the playoffs. I don't want to get hurt. So yeah, they might take that extra slide a little earlier. They might slack off on a play and not run through it like they would in a playoff game. Yeah, I could see that.
The NFC is interesting because the Saints, the Pack, and the Niners are all tied
Yeah,
at 12-3, and two of them are going to get a bye week. So all three of them are going to have to play hard to guarantee a win to get that bye week.
yep,
Um, right now, as it is, if all three win, then the Saints are on the outside. They have to play next week. But yeah, um, if the either the Niners or the Pats lose, the Saints could potentially get a bye. So
yep,
they can't not show up against Carolina. Carolina has been the spoiler for a few teams this season. They are not. They're a team that's much better than their record
yeah,
at 5-10.
yeah, they are.
All right, so what's your official pick for the AFC? Titans, Steelers, or Raiders?
Like I said, man, I think if Derrick Henry is pretty healthy, I think he's gonna get it. And I mean, the Steelers have a shot too because I'm pretty sure the Ravens can't do anything. They already clinched number one seed, so I think they're sitting people. So I guess Steelers have a chance, but I still think if Derrick Henry's healthy, Titans right now are the better team out of Titans, Steelers, and Oakland. So if Derrick Henry comes back and he's at least 80, 85% healthy, I think Titans are going to get it.
Yep. Yeah, the Ravens are like, can we just forfeit and be like, sure, we'll take the loss.
Yeah.
They literally have nothing to gain
Nope.
other than the prestige of being 14-2. And frankly, in that division, there's not much prestige there.
No, not at all.
But yeah, you're right. I think if my outside pick would be uh would be the Raiders, just because who doesn't like to cheer for the 8-8 team underdog, and they
I,
are playing Denver, who has they've won games this year, and I don't know how, because they've never been great.
it'd be nice to see Raiders win too, because if they could make it to the playoffs before they go to Las Vegas, that'd be kind of cool for the fans. But
Yeah, good point.
I don't see it happening, but that would be cool.
Yeah, it'd be nice to give the fans in Oakland something to cheer for one last round.
Yeah, John Gruden does have the experience, so maybe he can squeak out a little win, but I don't know, man. We'll see.
Okay, that's it. Playoffs start in about 1 hour.
Yep.
Have a good one.
Peace.